I wanted to do 2 topics. I'm going to kind of merge it into one. One of them is that whole old school KISS principle, keep it simple. We'll leave only the last.
Keep simple, stupid.
That's it. We don't need to call anyone stupid, but yeah, let's keep our training simple, but also we want to have the right expectations of our dogs. And I think that's really important and something that I had that already in mind to listen to, and I was listening to the Canine Paradigm with Haley and Scott episode, like 175 the other day, and it was really, really cool, and I put it up on my stories. I want you guys to listen to that. Anyone who's got a dog who's struggling with reactivity or aggression issues or just any problematic behavior, listen to her story and listen to how she explains her experience and everything she's learned along the way and everything. It was really refreshing to hear it, and also hopefully it inspires other people not to do anything extra, but it's also about knowing where your dog is so you know where you're heading to, and also not expecting the end goal to happen any time sooner than it has to be. Because as much as we're skilled up and we know stuff, one thing I say to my clients all the time is I'm teaching you skills, but you're now having to teach your dog skills.
Yep.
It's like one thing about learning a skill for yourself, learning how to play basketball or learning to play piano, but now you're learning those skills and then trying to pass it to the dog, and now it's a duo of both of you having to work together and to advance at the same time. And
one of you might be having an off day. Every day's different.
Especially when you get...
It's a living creature. It's not a robot, right?
Exactly. And one thing that I do feel bad about is, seeing everyone who gets, purchases a rescue dog and they're trying to do the right thing, and they end up having a dog that's so troubling to work with that it kind of puts a big spanner in the works, because you thought, I'm going to get the dog, we're going to live this perfect life, we're going to go on holidays together, we're going to go walking down the markets, and then you have everything opposite to that because of the dog. So that's where setting our expectations is really important. The whole Jordan Peterson thing, don't compare you to how someone else is today, compare yourself to how you were yesterday. That's right. And you should do the exact same thing with your dog, because if you think your dog should be more than what it is, then you're just doing yourself a disservice, and certainly doing the dog a disservice as well. And how we can tie in the keep it simple into all of that is, if we overwhelm ourselves with doing too much than what we can, the capabilities of ourselves or our dog, then, we always talk about the dog and how the dog feels and how the dog feels. How about how you feel? If you're not getting your reinforcement for the efforts that you're putting in, why should you continue doing what you're doing?
That's a good point, right? Because we're training a dog using making the most of dopamine. But for us as trainers particularly, at the moment I'm teaching Shadow the ring toss. And so when he makes progress in that, that's dopamine for me. If he has a really amazing session and I jackpot him, but then it's a jackpot for me. And my brain's like, ding, 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 ding.
Yes. And that's why we say no more, one more time, because you're chasing your dopamine hit. You want that extra rep so you can feel good, being selfish, not thinking about the overall bigger picture that's occurring.
I can always hear Glenn in my head being like, no more, one more time.
No more, one time. Stop it.
So let's end the session.